political correctness. This is how far we've gone. We have an organisation in Britain called the RNLI. It's the lifeboat network, run by volunteers mostly, who go out in lifeboats, often in incredibly rough and dangerous seas, to rescue people in boats that are in often desperate trouble. So these guys volunteer to put their lives at risk week after week, month after month, year after year, to protect people at sea. And by their very nature, they usually go out when the sea is very unpleasant and dangerous. This is the story. RNLI volunteers sacked in dispute over mugs adorned with naked women. 2 RNLI volunteers have been sacked and 4 fellow crewmen have quit over a dispute surrounding mugs adorned with images of naked women. The men from the Whitby station in North Yorkshire exchanged jokey Christmas gifts, which included a mug with a picture of a naked woman on it and one of the crew's faces superimposed onto the model's head. But a female superior, not in intelligence by the way, or in backbone, found the mugs in a cupboard, and Joe Winspear and his colleague Ben Laws were dismissed. This ludicrous person, this ludicrous superior, sacked 2 volunteers who give their lives and have given their lives in terms of putting them at risk to protect people at sea in trouble, were dismissed over a joke mug. But of course the superior, although she's not intelligent enough to see it, is the real joke. This is the example of what's happening, and it's so clear to see when you travel around the world and around Britain. There are people who are waking up and waking up and waking up, and there are those who are going deeper and deeper and deeper into insanity. Because by any nature, by any criteria that I would use, this decision crosses the line into insanity. But of course, insanity doesn't recognize itself. It doesn't acknowledge itself. Thus, people who are insane believe they're making perfect sense. Navigator Steve Bucock, helmsman Martin Cairns, and trainees Neil Cook and Simon Rhodes have now walked out in protest. And they told a newspaper the mugs were just banter, a bit of fun. And they're now appealing. And the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, the RNLI, told a newspaper, 2 volunteers have stood down. We are waiting to hear if they wish to challenge this decision. Others have resigned. The investigation focused on the production of inappropriate material of a sexual nature and social media activity directed at a RNLI staff member. This was not a trivial matter. Yes, it was, you fricking idiot. And also, this week we've got a soccer pundit, you know, one of these guys that gives their opinion about soccer matches. His name is Mark Lawrenson. He's a former footballer, and he can be quite an arrogant bloke. But here's another example. Mark Lawrenson is branded a dinosaur sexist by furious football fans, actually a handful on Twitter, after mentioning equal pay in discussion about female presenters' handbag. No, I'm not kidding you. This has actually got in the paper. Football pundit Mark Lawrenson has been branded a sexist after mentioning equal pay when a fellow commentator brought up a female presenter's handbag. The former Liverpool and Ireland defender, 60, was on BBC Radio 5 Live with John Murray as the Reds played Roma in the Champions League last night. As the fourth official held up a board to show how many minutes extra time would be added to the game, Lawrenson said it looked like a handbag. Murray then added that it was not as big as an enormous handbag belonging to Kelly Cates, who was anchoring coverage of the game. Lawrence then said equal pay. In other words, there's a big thing going on in Britain about equal pay for men and women. And if they're doing the same job and have the same level of experience, yeah, fair enough. But there's lots of shades of grey in this debate that you never hear about. But anyway, he's just having a joke here. He's saying, yeah, he's got a big handbag because you're now getting equal pay. And Twitter users soon showed their disapproval of the veteran commentator's remark. Still more confirmation that there are increasing numbers of people, as there are increasing numbers awakening to the hoax, there are increasing numbers of people who are, not least with the help of social media, sinking into states of insanity.